Come on in. Good afternoon and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. And okay, I'm always excited. We know that by now. But today I am in Colorado Springs at the Broadmoor, and I am at the 2023 Newmar dealer meeting with Transwest, and we are ordering all of our 2024s. I cannot wait to show you today's video. We are looking at a brand new Mountain Aire with a full redesign. So Avon, as usual, thank you so much for helping us with our videos. Please go ahead and take her on back. I love to start my RV videos from the inside out. And as you'll see, this is a brand new 38 floor plan. So this is a 3823. One of two new 38-foot floor plans by Newmar this year in the Mountain Aire. We have heard that this might be coming, and it has finally arrived. This is the most stunning coach at the show. One of my favorite things about this RV is the new Mountain Aire has 525 horsepower, 1,695 foot-pounds of torque, and this coach actually is 38 feet 10 inches long. So for all of you who love that Dutch Star, that have been looking for a little more power, we have it for you here. This is really similar to our 3717 floor plan. It also has a lot of similarities to the bedroom inside of the New Aire. So all of those things kind of brought together and given to you in a really powerful, really nice mid-size Class A RV diesel pusher. So let's start off first by taking a look at this fantastic cabinetry. Of course, if you don't know me, then you don't know that sable maple is my absolute favorite finish. This is the matte finish sable maple cabinetry. As you can see, we still have all of our fantastic storage above bed here. So lots and lots of room, carpet lined. We have 110 outlets up top. We also have our little grommets down below so you can run your computer cords, your Apple iPad cords, whatever you may need, all down below. These are going to be power MCD window shades. So when you want to go to bed at night, you just push a button. It drops all of your shades. You want to go get dressed maybe. You don't want it completely dark, but you can drop all of your day shades, just the touch of one button. It makes everything really, really easy. The other nice feature on this coach is you see this backlighting here is just glowing just ever so much, but against that black sable maple wood, it's just so pretty. Also down here below, we have the same cutout we started off with at the King Aire, where you actually have plugs in this little area down here, and you can run the cord out of the top of this, and then you can actually put your phone out here on the top of your nightstand and then put your cords back away when you're going down the road. Of course, you can also store all of your sultry novels and water bottles underneath there. But the nice thing about that is since we have that cord, oh boys, okay, Kim, I know, I'll tell you, at these Newmar shows, they really make us want to buy every single one of these. They do such a nice job decorating them. But I want to show under this bed, because for those of you who have a CPAP machine, having that cord run out gives you so much room underneath the bed on either side to keep a CPAP machine. You'll also see that we have all of our extensions for our table and our extra chairs as well. Now, again, some of the nice features about this Mountain Aire are going to be the fact that you get more horsepower, more torque, a little more oomph going up the hill, but also things like this nice shoe closet here in the closet. Really great feature for those of us who are trying to keep our wardrobe tidy. You've got plenty of room down here along the carpeted lined floor, but those little shoe boxes are fantastic. You also have some outlets back here, so if you did want to charge something and kind of stow it away and close your closet door, you would be able to do that. And then when I close this, the lights go off, and when I open it, the lights go on. You also have, of course, our Splendide stackable washer and dryer here as well. And then one of my favorite features on any of our coaches that have this little seat here in the bedroom. So like I said, very much like that of the New Aire, this is a great place to be able to take your shoes off in the afternoon, to get dressed in the morning, lace up your tennies, get ready to go out on that hike. It's just a nice place to be able to sit down and get dressed. And then of course we have all of this fantastic storage here. Beautiful full extension drawers, all soft close. And one of my favorite things about this setup here is we've got these big long drawers down below. You've got 3 of those. Then you've got 3 medium-sized, really deep drawers here. But these little small drawers are so fantastic. This gives you the ability to keep your jewelry, your wallets, your underwear, little things that you don't need a whole lot of space for, but you want to keep separate. Everything can be so organized in this coach. This is a great RV for someone looking for a shorter coach that wants to go full time. This is a really, really nice living accommodation. Of course, up here we'll see we've got our nice little monitor here. One of the things that's really changed a lot about this coach this year as well is that we have a Wi-Fi system, so we can control everything on our phone. And we also have some new touchpads to look at. As you'll see, this coach does have floor heat, so you've got three zone floor heat. The batteries here are really exciting though. If you'll see, you are at 639 out of 640 amp hours. That is because this coach has a dual lithium ion battery pack on it and 2 3,000 watt inverters. What that means is I can actually run my center AC while driving down the road without having my generator on. And Newmar for this year, I could actually add the extra battery as part of the package when I order my RV. So no longer do I have to have the dealership install the additional lithium ion battery. I can actually order that with this coach. So now that we've covered all of this area, I want to bring you into something that I think is also super fantastic. Look at all these little cabinets. How many times have you had a place where you just have a few things and you'd like to keep things separated? You have so many nice little cabinets here, and then you still have your big, beautiful pantry. And down below here, if you wanted to take 2 of these out and move them over, you could actually take and have a nice large spot here where you could actually keep big pots as well as frying pans or baking dishes. So much flexibility in this. And then of course we still have our push to release full extension slide outs. And I'm sure you already noticed all the dovetailing on all of these cabinets. This is a really nice feature that you get standard in the Mountain Aire. So we love that. And then up top, little cabinets up here too. Again, just tons of little storage. So nice to see. This one's just a little bit deeper, but wow, what a great place to keep tumblers. You know, you could really, or coffee mugs. I mean, oh my gosh, that'd be a great coffee mug location. Okay, so like we talked about, new for this year, look at this beautiful 10-inch monitor. No longer do you have to go above the driver's steering wheel to get to everything. All of your controls are right here in the center. Again, you can control this with your phone as well. Floor heat. I love coach mode. We introduced this in 2021 with the King Air, where you could choose outdoor plugged in and hit activate and it'll change all of your settings. So if you can't remember exactly what you're supposed to do, it's helping you there. We've already covered the batteries. The block heater you turn on here. Climate control, you can set either all zones or you can go to your individual zones. You also have all of your water information right here. You have a 10 kilowatt generator on the 38-foot coach. For those of you familiar with our 45-foot coaches, we get 12.5 kilowatt generators. This one has a 10K. And then on top of it, this coach also, even though it's only 38 feet, it has 150,000 gallon fuel capacity. Do you know how much fuel that is? No, I'm just kidding. It has 150 gallon fuel capacity. Okay, so again, all of these things are super nice. And then you have all of your shade controls are right here and TV lifts as well. So super, super easy to get to. And then check out this gorgeous bathroom. This is definitely one of the best features on this new floor plan. I love this beautiful bathroom. So as you can see, plenty of room here. We do also offer a bath and a half model. This is our mid-bath model. By far, the 3717 is one of our top-selling floor plans. This coach gives you all of those great amenities, and you have it in the higher finish. So you've got your full tile shower, your linear drain, and of course we've got our AquaView Aquamizer system. That Aquamizer system, of course, is the one that's going to help to recirculate your water. You still have your 80-gallon gray water tank, your 60-gallon black water tank, and your 105-gallon freshwater tank. So with that Aquamizer system, being able to recirculate that water so that it doesn't go into your gray tank until it's warmed up is great. You just turn on the dial, it recirculates, you turn it off, and then all of a sudden it comes out the shower head and starts filling that gray tank up. So 80 gallons of gray water is a ton of gray water when you have that system. Also down here underneath in this cabinet, you'll see we have the central vac. That's for the kick plate. And then this is a little plate right here where you would actually do your tube connections. But keep in mind, with more floor in the Mountain Aire, you don't need to have your vacuum attachments really inside of the coach, because you have all tile floor. Okay, so here is just all those cabinets opened up. Again, I love the separation of space here. There's so many little small cabinets. And then you'll notice that all of your lighting here, not only do you have vanity lights, but you also have in-mirror lighting, so that backlighting in the mirror gives you so much better visibility. And then a ton of super deep storage in your medicine cabinets. Again, this is just a really, really decadent amount of space inside of a small RV. So there's so many clients I meet that are trying to buy something that's less than 40 feet. And we've always had that Newmar option, and it's just been a little bit too tight or too small, but you're not going to find that there. So as we pan to the right here, you're going to see in our galley, we have a fantastic dining area available to you here on the left. And one of the things that's important to note is one of these floor plans has the option for a booth. This floor plan does not have a booth dinette option. But that being said, how many of you have a booth at home? I mean, really, we all know it's so much easier to get in and out of a table when you've got chairs around it. And when I do the full extension to this and add those beautiful chairs, this is really comfortable seating for 4. And you don't have to be right up next to the person next to you. You don't have to be touching them, because you're not sliding into that booth area. The other thing that's really nice about having this buffet style is, look at this fantastic storage you get. You get 2 cabinets like this. This is so much good usable space. I just love this. Of course, if you've watched my videos in the past, you know I'm a really big fan of having this nice area where I can keep my French press, where I can keep my sugar, my cream, my salt and pepper out without having to worry about putting it away when I'm articulating the table. So that's a really great feature, but you have even more room now, so you could put like a little bouquet of flowers and some candles. I mean, it's just super, super nice space. And then look at all of this overhead storage. There is so much overhead storage here. You could definitely keep all of your dishes up here. So many nice options on this coach. And I think it's really interesting. I think for those of you who are familiar with the Newmar product, are you not surprised to see your televator lift on this port side of the coach? Oh, there's all your controls. So HDMI ports, if you want to plug in your PlayStation 5 or any kind of Blu-ray player, you can do that as well. And then of course we've got our sound bar, but I love the fact that we've got our TV lift on the opposite side of the coach. We never do this. So we'll go ahead and do TV lift up and see how that deploys. So now you have a couch over here. You've got your 2 ottomans. We have opposing seating, generous opposing seating for entertaining in this coach. And of course, we have our beautiful villa furniture with our soft and hard top, so you can use them flipped, so you can put your drinks on this one, put your feet on this one. Also have our convertible bed here as well. And then you'll note here, look at the stationary island. Doesn't this ring true to the 3717? So this stays here in place. It's a dual basin sink, but man, look at the size of this single basin. This is so big. And of course, we've got these great spray and pour features, the smaller sink size on the left, and then again, great storage space all the way to the back, because you've got your great extendable drawers here. And let me just go across here, show you the rest of these cabinets. Again, no room left unattended. They really make the most use out of all of these coaches. And again, this is the new 2024, so we haven't seen these coaches until today and yesterday. This is great. This just pops up so you can change the height of it. One of the things that's really nice about this new system that they're using is it has rubber stoppers on it, so it doesn't make as much noise going down the road. Also, great little place for scrubbies. Of course, that's my favorite. I'm making a mess of all of Kim's decorations. I hope she doesn't get mad at me. We've been so lucky. The Broadmoor is such a great place to be, and we have so much fun when we get to come in and see all of these RVs. But this is our first year we've been able to actually come in from Transwest and make videos for you, helping to debut. Avon, you don't have to get down here, but I am going to show that you can store your sink covers over here just to the left. So this has been such a treat for me as a sales associate. I always have to wait for the guys to come back and describe what everything looks like. So this year it's been so fun to come down and see firsthand all of these changes. But these are big changes. A 38-foot Mountain Aire. I mean, I had heard one might happen, but then there was two. Oh my gosh. And guess what? The Ventana is a complete facelift, and they have two 38 floor plans too. And they have a square shower. I can't even begin to tell you how excited I am. You'll just have to tune in for all of our videos. Brian Moritz, our manager, just did another video. So, you know, if you, and then again, look at, there's all these plugs up here. So you've got your place over here so you can plug in and get your coffee maker set up right here. And look at all this space. I just think it looks so generous, so welcoming. There's so much space here on this kitchen for you to really entertain. Now we are going to go ahead and try to find my clipboard first and foremost. Any ideas, Avin? No, it's just missing. Well, we're going to go ahead and go outside right now, so I'll follow you out. Avin, go ahead and get a head start on me. I'm going to look around and see if I can't find it. Pretty talented. Well, oh, you did? He's pointing at it. Avin's being my Jody. Hey, Avin, why didn't Jody get to come do this? Oh, before you go all the way down, though, let's talk about this. So this is the extra wide queen seat. And I'm going to go ahead and sit in this and just show you. So there's a little bit of feedback on this, just so you know. If you have a small white dog, this is potentially the best seat for you, because like I could have a little Annabelle. I have a little Frenchie. She could sit here next to me. I could pet her. But as a person going down the road, keep in mind you have an option for a standard seat. And this is a little bit wide to be able to use my armrest. So that's just some feedback. It's not important. Maybe it's important. That's up to you. You've got to make those decisions, but it's worth talking about. Of course, both of these swivel. You'll note that we have a power window on this side. We also have our hydraulic leveling jacks by HWH in this coach. It's also what's powering these slides. That is the reason we can have our Moore floor or all tile floor. You also have your 6-speed Allison transmission, your 3-level engine brake. But again, keep in mind, please, this coach has gone from 500 horsepower to 525 horsepower, and we have 1,695 foot-pounds of torque. We've never been able to give you this offering in a coach this size. It's so exciting. Worth noting as well, when you get into these RVs, we typically had all of our control panels up front. So now that they're in the center of the coach, you don't need to have as much going on, but you do have a really nice solar reading system here. You've got all of your slide controls here, your Girard awning controls, but they've also given us a reset button for our lithium-ion batteries, which is super important for those of us who've had King Airs, who have delved into the new London Aire lithium-ion battery packs or Essex ion battery packs. Having that reset button inside of the coach and not outside of the coach is really handy when it's raining. Just saying. Okay, so ready? Fake cabinets! No, I really think this is fantastic. I get a lot of questions. People say, why do they do that? Because it gives you this continuity. And I think that that's one of the things that's really worth mentioning with this manufacturer. You have fantastic continuity. Everything feels like it's matching. We've covered this a lot. I'm not going to go over the dash today because of the fact that we're in the auto show. We can't turn the coach on. But there are 11 more buttons on this steering wheel. So this Spartan chassis gives you really great control at your fingertips without looking up. And you've got these two huge monitors that have, this one has the optional 360 camera, so you can see the full way around your coach just like you can around your car. So for those of us that have gotten accustomed to being able to see whether or not we're in the lines from overhead, you have that capacity here inside of your RV, which of course makes the most sense because let's be real, like you're driving something so much bigger than your, Mercedes-Benz GLE. You really should be able to see all of your corners, and you can do that in this RV. So as we go down in these steps, you can also lift because there is storage. I love this. Great feature. For those of us who have fine furry friends, this is a great place to keep puppy food, kitty food, dog leashes, water dishes, all of that stuff. If you've got children, it's a great place to keep sunscreen and bug spray and all of those things. Squirt guns, of course, we always have to make sure we have lots of squirt guns. There is a step cover here as well. All of these coaches have the optional, we've ordered the optional, oh shit, we lost the Jeep camera as well. So not only do you have those 2 camera systems there, but you have another camera system here. And then underneath here, we also have a wireless charging port for your phone. So just nice features. Definitely a huge upgrade for 2024 to be able to take this coach out. And we've always had a 41-foot Mountain Aire. To have a coach that's under 40 feet with all of this amenities is so nice. Now, of course, we talk a lot about the fact that we have this little number pad. Evan could not ring the doorbell today because they've got the power turned off because we're inside. But it's so nice to be able to leave your keys inside one of those little drawers, hit the lock button, and go ahead, leave your coach, and then you can just unlock it with a number. The other thing that's nice about this, though, and I don't know we talk about it often, but you can type in that number and also unlock all of your storage bays. So you can unlock your storage bays from outside. You can lock your storage bays from outside. You don't have to have your keys in your hand. And of course, that's really handy when you're going down the road and you get to your destination and it's time for bed and you just want to pop out your slides and go to sleep. Just push that button, everything's locked. You don't have to come out and secure your bays. Go ahead and get everything going the next morning. Okay, so again, dual fill capacity. We've got 150 gallons of fuel in this coach. Another great feature of this product is the fact that we were able to have a full-size Dometic on a slide tray. Of course, we started a few years back putting the shelf up above the tray. I think that this is such a clutch feature because of the fact that when you're trying to load something, if you've got the top open, you don't have anywhere to set everything down. But take a look at this. This is with my slide out. I can still open this completely. So really nice that they have this hyper extension on this slide tray so that you can get to all of your things, even when you've got your slides deployed and you're camping. Now, as we look at the exterior here, we are looking at a new graphics. This is called Haywick. So this Haywick graphics, for those of you who are on a computer, if you're curious as to what kind of paint scheme we have here, this is more of kind of an eggshell or an off-white, alabaster maybe, and then kind of a taupe or a pewter colored silver along with the black. And this is a really beautiful dark gray. And you'll see that we have, of course, in our paint lines here, a little bit of a shadowing. So just gorgeous. Again, this is the Haywick graphics. I think this is going to be a really popular combination for a lot of people. Also, we have our power awning sets. Again, we couldn't deploy these because we're here at the auto show, but we have power awnings in both the living room and in the bedroom, and then also in the dining room. So very, very nice feature there. Over here in this bay, we have our full slides. You have the optional power slides. These do deploy to up to 60%. And whenever you're dealing with a new coach and you've got to have a different level, if you will, of storage or different accommodations, you have to get creative. So we've seen these doors in the past. So you've got the suicide doors here, which are great with both your power slide trays. And even though this is not a full pass-through, it's still bringing you through. You'll see, we can see our Oasis system here. Of course, this is an all-electric coach, so that Oasis system is abutting this, but it still gives you the full access to the full middle of the coach by giving you that power slide that is fully extendable. Keep in mind too, your road vacs out here, like I said earlier, with all the more floors, you don't really need to have your little wands out to vacuum. You can keep those outside and vacuum off your husband. Just kidding, husbands aren't that dirty. Kids, vacuum off the kids. Here's our, look at that really nice 43-inch flat screen TV. All of these TVs are 4K smart TVs. This coach does have the Wi-Fi system on it. We're also able at Transwest, we've been really having a lot of fun, experimenting with this with Starlink. So if you'd like to have Starlink or Cradlepoint, we've got a lot of different ways to do Wi-Fi. We've actually decided not to order any satellite systems for any of our RVs this year because right now so many people aren't using satellite anymore. They're just using smart TVs. So when you call me and you decide to order a coach, keep in mind you might use Dish, you might use DirecTV, and you might use nothing at all, and that'll save you some money. So really great thing to note about Transwest is that we have decided to go with that money-saving option. Okay, so this is the big difference, folks. Here we go, tag axle. Our 3717 Dutch Star and our 35-foot New Aire are both going to have single rear axles. Of course, that greatly inhibits your ability to tow heavier things. Having this rear tag is such a gift. We have a rear tag axle on a 38-foot coach, giving you that stability, that great ride quality, but still giving you that really small turning radius, because this back wheel that has the Audi, that actually pivots, where this front wheel that has the innie does not pivot. That's your forward driving wheel. What that means is this back pivoting wheel and this front pivoting wheel, when they're pivoting together, can make a really small circle. That's going to give you that dexterity that you would love to have in a large coach like this, but more importantly, it's going to give you that extra reinforcement that you need to be able to tow heavy packages going down the road. So if you've got like a Lincoln Navigator, an F-150 that you want to load up with kayaks and bikes, whatever it might be, this coach is for you. It can get you into those shorter park circumstances and still carry all of your fun stuff so you can get out there and really enjoy the camping that you're doing. So here we have access to our DEF. You'll also note that we have the access here where we can actually manually air up our airbags individually. So all of these super high-end features on a really great small RV. I'm so excited about this. We've all been talking about it for months, and it's finally here. These are our chassis batteries. Again, as you can see, everything is turned off. Spartan, of course, takes great pride in having everything accessible for service. And you know, one of the nicest things about being here at this auto show is you get to see everything under these glorious lights. And it's just such a beautiful sight to behold when you walk into this showroom with all of these coaches. But I'll tell you, this is amazing to see how many RVs they can fit in a small space. Okay, so here's your Cummins. That's your beautiful red. Anything that you see that's red is going to be your Cummins, married to your Spartan chassis in black. So wherever you see that red, that's going to be your Cummins engine. And again, you're on the K3 chassis here with 525 horsepower this year. So that's a new badge that you see right now on the back. And then take a look, everything, your toe brake line is all set up. You also have your 7-pin connector. If you like to have a Voyager system, there's a nice bracket already mounted there for you. And then I love the back of this coach. Look at this really sexy, very dominating look to this big, beautiful, but petite Class A. So here, of course, on the port side, we have our side radiator. And then you'll note that one of the things that Newmar does, I think that's really classy, is they actually color match their slides. So when you actually have your slides popped out, you don't have like a blank white or dark slide wall. Everything is color matched the whole way in. And then of course they've got that cut and buff that they do, giving you this beautiful soft handle. And then here's your other fill point for your DEF. This is a nice little place for your gravity hose, or in this case, if you've got SantaCon, you can just use it for your gloves. You can use it for you know, a few rags, maybe a set of paper towels, whatever it is that you want to keep in there. And then of course here's your sewer bay. And as you can see, the SantaCon system gives you a very tidy amount of space. You get a lot more hose and a lot less space. Also, you got a whole house water filter. You've got your gray tank, your black tank, and then all of your controls are very easy to read, and you also have a nice digital display as well as a place to keep paper towels, your outdoor shower, and then your water hose is on a power reel. So very, very simple. Again, if you wanted to keep a gravity hose, you could run a gravity hose off of this line if you opted not to use SantaCon, which is totally fine, whatever's easiest for you. I don't have a SantaCon system. I guess they're supposed to be great. One of these days when I grow up, I'll get a Mountain Aire. I'll have one. 50 amp power cord, surge protector. Here's that Oasis system. Again, this is a dual loop Oasis system. This was initially launched in 2022. Just gives you better zone control, but you can actually see up here underneath the yellow that's going out there. That is your hydronic fluid. That tube of hydronic fluid is going underneath throughout these bays, giving you both thermostatically controlled bays underneath the coach, but it's also running through in front of all of those little air vents. So when it pushes that air over, it's heating that air for you, giving you a really nice nice heat for your coach as well. So you've got in-floor heating, you've got your hydronic heating here, You also have your two 15,000 BTU air conditioners with heat pumps. So lots of different sources of heat. And then of course this is also the boiler system that's heating your hot water. So you have a completely tankless hot water system. Look at how much less room you take up when you have a hot water system like this. Now we're gonna go over here to the next bay. But before we do, Evan, I wanted to show over here, we can see these two inverters. But in front of them, there's a black bar that's going diagonally down the center of those right here. That is going to be your star foundation. So that star foundation is actually what makes Newmar so quiet going down the road and gives you such good stability. That star foundation is really the thing that changes the way that the drive characteristic of your chassis. So these again are your two 3,000 watt inverters. You can see here we have 640 amp hours of Lithionics in this coach. That you can also get that additional Lithionics battery, bringing you up to 960 amp hours of charge. And again, one of the things that's nice about lithium charges faster, it provides more consistent power, and it's going to give you a much longer life for your appliances. They really don't like to have the fluctuation. So one of the nice features too with Lithionics is that you can have that app on your phone, so you can actually monitor your coach and set everything so that your generator will go off automatically if you start to get too low. So they're very, very easy to monitor. It's a really great, consistent source of power. And it's certainly something that we're seeing in the RV industry, especially with all of the weight that it saves, coming to be more prominent year after year. Again, so here's your second fueling station here, just above your docking light. This again is a 40-foot coach, 38-foot, 10-foot coach with 150 gallons of fuel. Huge fuel capacity. And then right here we have the brains of the operation. This is also where I would operate my my power hydraulic extender for my 10K generator. Again, in the 41-foot Mountain Aire, you're gonna have a 12.5 kilowatt generator. On a Dutch Star though, you have an 8 kilowatt generator on a 37-foot coach. So this is a really, really nice compromise to be able to get a 10 kilowatt generator on such a small coach with such a huge fuel capacity. This is really probably one of our most capable RVs that we have in the industry. Another thing that's nice to mention is you have your cameras, which are integrated here into your left and right hand turn signals. So when you put those signals on, that mirror is coming all the way from the outside of the coach straight down, giving you great ability to see who's next to you when you're changing lanes. Now up here in the front, you'll notice that we have a new headlamp assembly. This was new starting in 2023 and is carried on to 2024. One of the nice aspects of this headlamp assembly is that we do have automatic high beam control. So if someone's coming down the road towards you and you're going down a mountain pass, instead of having to worry or wait that you might be flashing or blinding the person coming towards you, these will dim for you automatically. Huge, huge benefit to our consumers. And one of the things that we had consumers asking for was better visibility, brighter lights at night. So we've been able to provide that to you in our new 2023 and of course our 2024 Mountain Aire. So today we've covered again the 2024 3823 Mountain Aire. It's one of two 38-foot floor plans. Those are right here. Keep in mind we will be doing a video shortly on the new Ventanas that come in the 38 floor plan. There's so many new and exciting things every year for Newmar. They just get better and better in an industry where a lot of things are getting, well, they aren't as good as they used to be. But we owe all of that to just a fantastic team and to all of the people here at Newmar that make my job an absolute dream. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please let me know how I can get you out on the road and camping. Really appreciate you.